That is a stunning piece of wood. I would have never thought in a million years that would have ended up coming out. Don't even see it very well because it's so shiny, the light's reflecting off of it. But I took that bit. So this is the project. I'm calling it my prehistoric bowl, as you can see from the title. The reason being is because it's old, chunky and rough around the edges, just like me. So, sticky and horrible. So yes, so yeah, nothing else to say really. It's failed. No good. So I'll see you guys next week. Fresh new project, one that works. And take care. Speak to you soon. And bye for now. Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all having a great day on this, well, UK miserable day. It's absolutely pouring down outside, as you might be able to hear through the roof. But anyway, today I have a monster blank to turn. Not 100% sure what wood it is. This was given to me, or 4 bits of this was given to me about 2 years ago now. So it's still a bit damp. I can feel the dampness in it. But we're going to turn it and see what happens. There was a little bit out of shape, but I'll show you. I've done a short little video of me just roughing it, so I'll play that in a minute. But first things first, we'll go through the chat. And as always, it's me and my lovely wife as my earworm. So she's there peeling the veg ready for dinner, as always. So we'll go through the chat. So we had Colin, Sid, Darren, Pete, Robbo Robson. Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming over. Alf Keys, Tommy Dunn. Let's have a look here. Dale from Maple Tree. Dale has a live this afternoon, so don't forget to go and check that out. We'll put more information for that later. Let's have a look. Terry, hi Terry. Terry Bray. John S, hi John. Trying to find out who we had. Donna McKee, welcome Donna. New name. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy what you see. Jappy, hi Jappy. How you doing, mate? Enjoyed your video. Very good. Mark the Gentleman Woodturner. Mark is so close to 400 subs. So if you haven't subscribed to Mark's channel, go over and sub to him. I'll quickly put the link in for his channel. There you go. So go over and check out Mark's channel. And if you haven't subscribed to him, then subscribe, please. Doug Miller, hi Doug. I don't want to miss anybody, so I'm just going to go quickly over these again. Blue Light Turner, Scott, hi Scott. How you doing, bud? Did you get your concreting done, mate? Barry Woods Creation, hi Barry. How are you, sir?
Lost my mouse.
It's run off, has it? Sprouted legs run off. Andrew from YB Woodshed. Hi Andrew. Hi Mike from Midnight Joker. I'm getting to learn the names now, so I'm you know, the brain that's soaked in a little bit. Patrick Hanley. Afternoon, sir. How are you? Hodgepodge Woodworks. Is that Robert, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi Robert. John Mooney. Hi John. How are you? I think that's about it.
Did you mention?
Oh, John PBH. Hi, John.
John Scarborough.
Oh, I
It's a
didn't see
new
that one.
one. Yeah,
Where's
it's a
that
new
one?
gentleman.
And John Mooney, he's a new
He's
one.
put newbie here.
Where did I see that? Has that just come in or?
No, a little while back.
Right. Hi Baz, how you doing, sir? Anyway, as always, my wife will keep me up to date with the chat. And if there's a question, then please put question before so we know who you are, or it's a question, sorry. And if you're new to the channel and you've got a channel name, not your actual name, if you can put your name in the chat so we know who you are, so we can add it to our ever-growing list, which would be good. Dutch Turner, hi Lewis, how are you, sir? Right, so like I said, I did it. This was really out of shape earlier, so what I did is I did a short video. So I just play that while I'm talking. Now, what it was it was given to me. It was in big square chunks. So what I did is I quickly chopped the corners off with the chainsaw, and then that left me a rough shape. Only just managed to get it on the bed because the widest points were just under 12 inches. So I turned it to a rough round because the lathe was trying to walk out the door because it was so unbalanced. So I didn't want to do that on a live. We had a
Sorry,
what?
John Mooney's put. I'm not new. No, John's been on before.
Oh, is he?
We've got another Loving's 210 called Brian.
Oh, welcome,
Another
Brian. Thanks for
newbie.
coming over. Thank you very much. So, like I said, it was really out of balance. The lathe was trying to walk out the door, so I wanted to turn it rough round. This is a real rough round. We've still got a few flat spots on it, but we had a bit of a crack in there. So I've soaked that in super glue with super thin super glue to start with to soak all the way through, and then I put a medium super glue over the top, and obviously, well, hopefully that's going to hold it. And then we had a little bit. I'm hoping a lot of this here is going to be turned out, or you can't see because of the video.
Called Dutch Turner the wrong name. What did you call him?
Oh, that's Mike, isn't it?
Yeah, what did you call him?
I called him Lewis. That's Klondike. That's the Klondike Turner. Sorry, Mike.
See, you're not so clever.
No, sorry. So, like I say, rough turn. As you can see, it was shaking the lathe really, really bad through the video. So yeah, it's getting there. It's still a bit out of balance, but hopefully once we get it rounded, get rid of all the bad bit turned off the bottom, we should get it right. Being mega wet, I don't know if we're going to be able to finish it today, but we'll get it turned and we'll see what happens. But as you can see on the video, it was really, really out of shape. So let's kill that. So let's move the camera over and then I'll show you the major crack we had. So this is the major crack. Well, it's not a major crack. It's obviously just where it's drying out. But like I said, what I've done is put some super
Steve said
fines.
crack.
Oh, don't you start. Jesus, don't start. So I put some super fine super glue in there first with some activator to obviously soak right down. And then I've put a medium super glue over the top to fill it all up. And then, like I say, this bit here, I'm hoping this bit, because it goes down a little bit, is going to be turned out. But I've filled it just in case we get a little bit of a trace in it, because I don't know how deep it's gone in. But as you can see, she's a bit rough and ready on the bottom here. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and curve this round a bit more, lose this lump on here because there's quite a big chunk on there. And then we'll just see how we go. But it's going to be a slow process. And yeah, wish me luck. It's held on the chuck, in the chuck with a faceplate like this, with 4.5 by 6 screws holding it in place, so it shouldn't come out. Well, I'm hoping it don't come out. But what I will do every now and again, I'll stop it and just check, make sure it's still tight on the faceplate. So I'm going to be wearing a face mask. So unfortunately,
So he doesn't catch corona.
you idiot. So you're going to hear a bit of noise through the fan in the mask, and you might hear me sniffling because I've got a bit of a bunged up nose as well. So, but other than that, I'll be all right. So let's get started. Squeeze the mask on. So if you're struggling to hear me or too much noise, then let me know, and what I'll do is I'll mute myself while we get this turned.
Glenn's on.
Hi Glenn, how you doing, sir?
And you didn't even mention the YG word.
Yeah, I know.
Hashtag sofa for Joe.
Right, let's get this rough turned Like I say, it's still jumping around a little bit, but not as bad as it was. So hopefully once we get a bit off of this, it's been a long while since I turned a rough bit like this. So I think if I can get rid of the unbalanced bit off the bottom,
Steve said bottom.
I think we'll be able to get a bit more speed on it. Just chuck up a little bit tighter.
Started a hashtag sofa for Joe as Glyn has new bike.
Oh, Glyn.
Phoebe Turnan's on, Shay.
Hi Shay, how you doing?
Andy Heath is on.
Hi Andy.
Ellie Two Meadows.
Afternoon Ellie, or morning Ellie, evening Ellie, whatever it is.
Benjamin is on.
Hi Ben. Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Got best name in the chat, Ben has.
That's right, so I'm getting cooking advice from John.
Oh yeah?
With Bet my parsnip.
Right, so as you can see we took a lot of that off there now. So we'll get rid of this manky bit in here. Hopefully we're going to lose this. It's good now we can get a bit of speed because the lathe's a bit balanced. Do you want me to move to an overhead camera? Would that be better?
That's not a bad picture. Try it.
Hopefully we should have sorted the issue of the overhead camera.
Have you put the overhead camera on?
Yeah?
I thought it's just because the stream is so far behind.
Yeah, it's about 15 seconds, isn't it?
Yeah, that's better. I like that better.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. I can feel the moisture coming off on my arm.
So which part are you turning?
The bottom.
Steve said bottom. You fell for that one.
Very easily pleased. So the question is, do we keep a little bit of the bark in it or not? What do you reckon? That's going to affect my tenon, isn't it? No, is the answer then.
Wayne Bigfoot's on.
Hi Wayne and Valerie, how are you? I'd love to know what wood this is.
The wooden kind.
It's tree wood, I know. Getting there.
Barry said your pictures look great.
Thank you very much.
Scott said, could it be sycamore?
Don't know. I'm not sure. It's a really light colour. It's quite soft. It turns nice.
Wouldn't your app thing you had on your phone from Google tell you?
No, that won't tell me that. It only tells me on the tree leaf, doesn't it? But it's got quite a lot of light patches in it. That's what confuses me. .com. So
Terry said it looks like sycamore.
I haven't got a clue what it is. So I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah, Mark said it could look like sycamore, said that, didn't I? And Terry said it. John's coming for roast.
Is he? Be cold by the time you get here from Spain.
Right. Ben has asked, he says, I see you're in Norfolk, Steve. I'm in Suffolk. Where do you get your blanks?
A lot of the time, it's stuff I've been given, or yes,
eBay? I think you bought some off eBay.
yeah, I bought some from eBay from a company called English Woods. I've got sawdust down my neck. Yeah, English Woods I've bought stuff from. If you go on eBay and just type in wood blanks, a lot of independent suppliers come up as well. Just be careful on some suppliers, because I bought some not so long ago from eBay and they weren't the best. There was a bit of worm in them. But if you want them for practicing, then they're. I mean, the ones I bought that have got a bit of worm in them, I use them for practice pieces. Because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna sand them back and use them again anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Alf asked if you could have a close up.
Of what? The wood? Alf wants a close up of my wood.
He just said, could we?
That way or
Just wait.
that way? Got a few cracks in the bottom there.
He just said, can we have a close up?
Is that any good?
Scott's put hashtag more flowers for Nikki. You've got IDR wood turning on.
IDR.
Which is Ian.
Hi Ian, how are you, sir?
Bash has put some links on for some wood places.
Yeah, anybody who's got, if any of the moderators have got links for anybody for wood, then stick them in the chat.
Yeah, Scott recommended Home of Woods, and Mark's put a link in for it. So, Scott. Hodgepodge put a close up of your wood. Oh, Al said the bark.
Oh, the bark. Hang on a second then.
John said, don't you dare give us a close up of your wood, Steve.
I ain't got a macro camera.
The trouble is when you get all shriveled up, doesn't it, babe?
Especially when it's cold. Bark. There. Don't know if you can see that, can you? But if not, what I'll do, I've got another piece in the garage. That's another piece out of the garage. So there's the bark.
Keith's on.
Hi Keith, how you doing, sir? And Amy, hi Amy.
Amy's on. Oh, I've been talking to her, sorry.
So there's the bark. Let me don't know if you can see that.
Glenn Senior said Snainton the good.
Yeah.
They've got a lovely wood store there. That is amazing.
Yeah. So that's the bark. This is exactly the same piece of wood. Well, not exactly the same piece, but from the same tree. So that's what it's like. So if anybody can suggest what it is,
It's wood from a tree. There you go.
mask keeps slipping down.
Harry said take it back a bit.
Oh.
Mark said could it be silver birch?
No, I don't know. No, I don't think so.
That's how it's pity that app you get doesn't.
I'll put it back in. I'll put it back on the camera, so I'll hold it here for a few minutes so you guys can see. But I don't know. I'm unsure what it is.
Maybe the shavings look completely different to anything you've done before.
Well, it's because it's they're nice, the shavings. They're nice in resin.
Say that on here, right?
What resin?
Get a box. Collect them up.
Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a mortise in the bottom of this. And I know really it's a big bowl for a mortise.
Robert Darman's on.
Hi, Robert. But I think as long as I take it steady, we'll be all right.
Dog said. Doug said it could be Holly.
Who said that?
Doug.
Doug Miller.
Yeah.
Like a salmon chair. It's a big piece. They're big pieces. I'm going to put quite a deep tenon in this.
Right, I'm just going to have to take Gary back in a sec.
Because obviously it's quite a big piece. And then I just trim up that base of this. So I want to try and keep a bit of this bark in really. These are going to need filling, but I may fill them with resin. So I'm going to get the rough shape turned. I might bring this, just curve this to a bit better, more curve. No, wrong camera. This one, just curve this a bit more, so we get a bit better shape on that. Some nice strings off of it. So
Your daughter's just informed me she's going outfitting.
Oh, nice.
Your daughter, because she's being a pain in the bottom.
Right, I've got to lose a bit more of that because I've still got a flat on there and there.
Right, let's see. I don't know if anyone's answered him. I've just had to go back on the chat because obviously I had to pop out. The dates for Maker Central is the beginning of May, I believe.
2nd and 3rd, I think.
Yes, Baz, of course it is okay to mention your premiere. Oh, I just come down the mic right in my ear. Door 60 is on. That's Andy. Afternoon, he put, so. Hodgepodge said there seems to be a lot of premieres today. And they're thinking that could be cherry that you've got. Or Glyn said apple or cherry. Darren said looks a bit more like cherry. When did you get given that? Yeah, so Mark said your mic's gone off.
Quick enough.
Oh, right.
There you go. Should be back on now.
Colin from Wood Wizardry said that looks like the tagliatelle he had for his tea last night.
I don't think I'd want to eat it.
Well, you're going to have plenty of roast dinner, because there's now only 3 of us instead of 4.
All right.
She went, I told you I was going out, didn't I? No.
That's all right. She's going to have for dinner tomorrow for work.
That's what she said. I did extra for that reason as well. So it's like I'm having it for my dinner and all. Bonus. You can have the mouldy breads in the cupboard.
Thanks, you're so kind.
Kept it especially. I help with your cold. It's got good penicillin in that.
I think I
Don't be
might.
ungrateful.
I think I might. No, I'm not doing no colouring. Just a basic bowl today.
Yeah, you've done a lot of colouring.
I've done a lot of colouring lately, so I need to get rid of this hump here.
Darren said if it's cherry, it's very old.
It's a big piece. Let's put it that way.
Doug said it's not cherry.
All right. So everybody's stumped. Whoa, I like giving people a challenge. I like confusing people. I think we're there. I think we've got a shape we want. Nice, I can lose this mask now. Oh, that's better. Man, it's hot in there. Got enough shavings to keep the fire going for a month. So we don't think it's cherry. So people are confused. Stop the video and we'll have a look.
Oh, I've done something. Oh my god. Oh, I've done what I've done.
Right, I've got to have a drink.
I've lost you. Wait a minute. I'm back again. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Stupid thing. Am I on the right one?
So do you want me to bring that other piece up again so you can see the bark
Right.
again?
House post link. Thanks.
So that's the bark.
Right, we've got a Stephen Crowell on. Never seen him before. He is from Virginia in the USA.
Oh, welcome, Stephen. Thank you for coming over. Nice to see you over.
It's a Stephen, like you, with a PH. And he's
PH.
actually put Stephen instead of Steve, so
Yeah, spelt the proper way.
we're not overrun by Steves now.
So there's the bark. And the thing that confuses me is this: there's a lot of white in it. I see Scott's put it's not you. No, I don't think it's you, Scott, because it's not the right colour. It's not yellow enough. The actual colour on the screen is not far off the proper colour.
Pete said it's too light for cherry.
I've got a piece of yew here. So this is a piece of yew, and obviously that's totally, the colours are totally different. So I don't think it's yew, but it's not. I don't know. It's not really got any distinctive smell to it either. So don't know. I'm confused.com. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run a little bit more super glue. I'm just going to put a little bit of sand and sealer on there.
Have you said hello to Dr. Bob?
Hi, Dr. Bob. How are you, sir? Thanks for coming over. So I'm just going to run. I'm just going to rub a little bit of. Oh, actually no. Any cracking we get, I'm going to fill with resin, coloured resin. I think that'll just set it off.
Did you show him the bark?
Yes, on screen now.
Right, we've got another person on who I've not seen before. I assume it's Fenrica. Not sure how that's pronounced, but welcome.
Welcome to the channel. Thank you for coming over. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Says it looks very birchy.
I'm glad I've confused people.
Mark thinks it's birch. Scott said it's not you. But Wayne said the bark is very similar to some maples.
Yeah, Dale's put lime, and then maybe or hornbeam.
Dale's asked, is the grain tight?
Not majorly. It's not as tight as like oak, but it's not as loose as ash. So it's in the middle, really. It's not.
I don't know what's going on with this. Right, everything keeps flicking up. Right, we've got a gentleman come on called Mark Pritchard.
Yeah, hello, Mark. He's been on before, Mark.
Colin said, could it be birch or maple?
I don't know. I ain't got a clue what it is. I really don't know.
Ian said holly. Blue Scott would say sycamore. BB Turner said holly. Midnight Joker said beech.
I don't. Like I say, I don't know what it is. I'm confused.com.
Dale said looks like lime. Spalted birch, Andy said. Exactly, Ben. That's what I said.
What?
So you can take a picture of it.
I will
tell
do.
you what it is.
I will do.
No, not you. There should be an app for the phones.
All right. I ain't got my phone. You got my phone, so.
Crabapple.
Don't know, but I'm going to sand it anyway. I'm going to sand it 80 grit because there's still a bit of tear out there with the grains passed over.
Alf Key's got to go.
So yeah, Al, thanks for coming over, mate. So I'm going to sand this.
Fenrica said, yeah, Fenrica or Steve P. Mark said, check out those leg wolf whistles. John said, it looks like it's been lying around for a very long time, very punk and spalted.
Yeah, it's been laying around for a long while. Like I say, I've had that 2 years stuck under the bench.
Dale's now suggesting willow.
I did try to find out before what it was, but I couldn't find out what it was. So
John PBH, man after my own heart, it's wood. We've got Dave Caswell has come over. I've seen
all
him
right,
before.
welcome. Nice to see all these new names coming over.
Yeah, we've got oh my goodness, we've got loads. Wayne Fennell,
Hi Wayne.
he's been over before.
Yeah, Wayne's been over before.
We've got Amy thinks it's Weeping Willow. Dr. Bob said magic wood in the hands of a wizard.
I wouldn't go that far.
We've got a gentleman called James Stewart.
Hi James.
100% holly, he says.
Really?
Doug from Pole Barn's on.
Hi Doug. How you doing? Don't tell me you're going having breakfast and then you're going clay shooting. Yeah, okay.
Pete just said, if your arm has really gone that pink, be sure to put a mask on before sanding. Your
Pink?
hand looks pink. It does.
Does it? Oh, that's the camera. It's nothing to do with.
Your arm really. Well, it looks very pink. Is it red?
No,
Oh.
no, normal colour.
Got Mole Valley Maker on.
Hi, Mole Valley. I can't remember his name. I do apologise.
Not on our list.
I might have to adjust the colour a little bit on the cameras because the issue we had last Thursday, I had to re-upload everything. So obviously, we may have to just mess around with the cameras a little bit for future. But no, I'm not pink. I'm not changing colour.
That does. You do look very. Well, you've gone a bit. Your arms look quite red now, but that did look very pink.
And to be honest, who was suggesting about wearing a mask?
Pete from Twisted Trees.
Pete, the extraction's on, so all the dust is going straight down the extractor, mate.
Mole Valley Maker is Dave.
Hi, Dave. Thanks for coming over.
What to prepare next? Ben said that's the world's quietest extractor.
It's the Record Power Camvac. It's only stood there. The Camvac's only in the. Hang on, this. The Camvac's directly behind this wall, but it is very quiet, and that helps because I'm using a set of noise cancellation headphones, so it does help a little bit. So that's got rid of the. Still got a little bit of tear out there. And I'm just going to go over that a little bit more with the 80 grit, just to try and get rid of that. That's better. So that's 80 grit. We'll do 120. That's a good bit of sandpaper. Half of it's missing. So we'll do 120. Then we'll go up to 240. Then we'll sand and seal it.
Um, Fenrica said, "Have you got the tube in the top of the camvac? Does it
Yes,
make them dead quiet?"
yes, I've got the tube going out outside, so my neighbour can listen to the sweet music of the extractor.
Shh, don't tell them.
So just clean this middle up.
Andy from AH Bespoke is on.
Hi Andy, how you doing? Is Boris with you, Andy?
Who's Boris?
He's just
Oh,
done a Boris puppet. Everybody needs to go over and check that out, man. That's awesome. Because Spitting Image is coming back, Andy thought he'd do a Boris puppet, and it is really awesome, absolutely awesome. I watched the video this morning, or his live that he had on yesterday. I watched it this morning. Right, this is 120, 240. What are you laughing at?
because I'm munching on carrot. Terry's asked, "Is it not too wet to finish it, Steve?"
Don't know. It's, you can feel a bit. I don't know if it's cold or whether it's wet, but there's no wet. You'd think with spinning it, the water would come to the outer edge, but there's no real damp spots on
I
it.
was going to say something really horrible then, but I won't.
Yeah, well, we know what you're like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand and seal it on the outside, and then we'll see what the inside's like. If it's still wet on the inside, we'll leave the inside open. So, and then I'll fill it full of shavings and let it soak.
Ben said his next door neighbour's a drummer, so they take it in turns to annoy each other.
Right,
But he's not very good at it. The drumming bit, I think you meant. Stop eating this carrot. um, Ryan, Maker 238 Deloach is on.
hi Ryan, how you doing?
Andy from AH Bespoke suggested you use a moisture meter.
Yeah, I ain't got one though.
I thought we had one.
No,
Oh, that'll go on your Christmas list.
no thanks, that's alright. I'm
Um,
thinking more important things to...
spend your money on for yourself.
Yeah.
Robert said, luckily he lives next door to a bud and Turner, so we both make noise.
Ah, cool. Right.
Karen's on.
Karen Dolman.
Yep.
Hi Karen. So like I say, all these cracks, what I'm going to do is once we're finished and turn inside, if they're not quite dry, I'm going to let it dry.
Pete said he sings in the workshop, the neighbours knock on the door and ask if he can turn more machines on.
So I'm going to sand and seal this, and like I say, any of these cracks, I'm going to let it, if it's still moist, I'm going to let it dry
Mini
out.
Turner's on.
Who?
The Mini Turner.
Mini Turner, isn't that Marley? That's Marley, isn't it? Mark's nephew, I think. Yeah, so as I was saying, we'll sand and seal the outside, and then obviously these cracks are going to be on the inside, so I'd like to try and keep them as a bit of a feature. And what I'll do is I'll fill them with coloured resin.
Yeah, it is Marley.
So
Barry said he did his first video last week.
Who did? Barry?
Barry.
Yeah, I know, I watched it, it was good. Very good. He even stood in front of the camera, brave man. He said he weren't going to, but he did. So I'm going to give this a good soaking. Oh, God's sake.
Sort the head self. Oh, sorry about that. Marley's learnt some new swear words.
Mustn't swear. Alright, so good coat of sand and sealer.
Thank you, Amy.
A bit on next, that's a little bit pucky. Well, not pucky, but soft there.
Perhaps we should start a hashtag Steve cooks lunch for Nikki for a change. Or tea.
Yeah, if you want. You can start it. Whether I'll take any notice of it is another thing.
Yeah, you don't time anything though.
Right, so sand and sealer. Let that dry. Excuse me. I'm going to have a swig of my drink.
Hodgepodge put bottom. Thank you, John.
So I don't know how many of you guys came over Friday to watch the last minute thing we did, but we had a play with the Joe Sonia colours to use like as an embellishing wax. So what I wanted to do yesterday, or what I did yesterday, is because I wanted to have another play, because I wasn't happy, because obviously we burnt the, not we, I burnt the lacquer, so I had to go with this one. This is a piece of oak worktop, 40mm oak worktop. I had a bit of a splatter on the back. I don't know if I quite like the back, but I just put it on with a, I don't know if you can really see that, yeah, like a tissue, and just smudged it over with the purple, the blue, and the turquoise. And then I did the same on the rim, and then I did a bit of texturing on the outer edge, and then used the Joe Sonia gold iridescent to fill the groove or the texturing rather than using the gilt cream. And it came out really, really well. Don't know if you can see the gold very well, but no, I like that. The video for this will be up in a couple of weeks. That's the first video I've done for quite a while, but I thought I'd have a bit of play with the Joe Sonia colours again, and it came out really nice. Like I said, I'm not sure about the back, but I might turn the back down and just put it natural, to be honest.
Barry's hoping to do another video this week.
Yes, Barry, get him up there.
Said he think he's caught the bug.
That's the trouble. When you do one, you just want to keep knocking them out. Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups now. Drank that drink too quick. Right, so let's get this dry. It's a little bit wet there. So it's going to run some. Right, so I'm just going to denib this. Let's change camera so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to denib this with a Scotch Brite. Like I say, I'm going to finish the outside. Just so we do get a finish on one side of it. Don't really need to do that really, because I'm going to use Yorkshire grit on it, so I didn't really need to do that, but never mind. But I've kept a little bit of the bark in there because I want to try and keep a little bit of the natural feature in it. So what I'm going to use to just sand that back down, well not back down, but sand it so it's a bit smoother. Sand it up to 240. I'm then going to
Mark
use...
put forgotten the stream deck lol.
Who?
Mark put, I don't know what it means.
The Stream Deck. He's always criticising Wayne's Stream Deck. So I'm going to give this a coat of Yorkshire grit just to sand it up to anywhere between 600 and 1000. So I'm just going to rub it in first before we start. And then I don't want too much on that bark really. So low speed, just gently work it in. Take your time, no rush, no hurry. Make sure you...
Might not be, some of us have got things to do.
We want to be able to work it in so the abrasive
Joe's
bits.
on.
Hi Joe. So the abrasive works for the paste.
Mark put not criticism, just insane jealousy.
I'll send you the link for one, Mark. So the more you work your grit in, the finer finish you'll get. So you can't really rush it, you just need to take your time and let the paste do the work, or the abrasive paste do the work.
Scott Joe's put Glyn said he will put the bike in the living room. Scott said thanks for your live, Steve. It's given me the kick up that I need to turn lathe on and finish Thursday's project. Go for it, Scott.
Yeah, do it, mate.
Hashtag Stream Deck for Mark. Colin put.
Mark's only just learning how to use OBS, let alone a Stream Deck as well. He'll get really confused, bless him.
Right, John Scarborough has asked, do you need to get rid of all the Yorkshire grit before final finish?
Yes, really. What we'll do is, obviously, as you can see there, the dark parts of the grit is the particles that's taken off the wood. Obviously, if you was doing a darker wood, then that would be really darker. So now that we've worked that in, I'm going to change cloths. And we're going to speed up the lathe a little bit and just finish off the final abrasive unit, the abrasive bits that are in the paste. Then what we need to do then is keep going over it to buff it off until we've got no more trace of the grit coming off on our towel. Once you've got no more trace of it on your towel, as you can see now, you've still got a bit of trace of it. Once your towel comes off clean, you know you've got all the Yorkshire, all the excess Yorkshire grit off your piece before you can put your fire. And Yorkshire grit isn't a finish; it's an abrasive paste. It's not a finish. You need to put a finish over it.
John S has asked, can you use it on any wood that has not been turned?
Yeah, you can use it on anything. I've used it on all sorts of things. I've used it on plastics, resins, wood. Yeah, it isn't just for wood. You can use it on all sorts of things. I've done my car headlights with it. My plastic lenses on my car headlights. And I used the microfine for that, not the actual original Yorkshire grit. That's a bit too coarse for the headlights. But I used the microfine. And as you can see there now, there's nothing coming. Look, if we put that on there, there's nothing coming off on the tissue. So we know we've got all the excess grit off. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, we've already got, with the grit, with just using the Yorkshire grit, it's now silky smooth. And we've already got a shine on it, as you can see. Let me put that on overhead camera so you can see. So you can see we've got a nice shine already. And now this is without any finish on it. This is just a Yorkshire grit. So what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to go over that with some chestnut friction polish.
Friction.
Just want to be careful. I don't want to try and get too much of this in the voids, because obviously I'm going to be putting some resin in those. So
John said thank you.
You're welcome. That's what we're here for. So I'm going to give this a, without spilling it everywhere, coat of friction polish. Just again rubbing it in to get a coat on it before we start the lathe up. I don't want it on the bark. I want to try and keep the bark natural.
John Scarborough said thank you.
You're welcome.
Joe said Glyn's doing household chores, so he can't comment, but nice one, Steve.
More than welcome. So what I've done is I put the friction polish on. Now I'm going to start the lathe fairly slow. What?
John, Steve's putting some friction on his bottom.
So what I'm doing now is friction polish relies on the heat generated between the piece and your cloth to shine. So what I use my original piece of cloth to put an heat or thin it out and work it in, but no pressure, because if you put too much pressure on it, that'll stick. The towel will stick to the piece and just make a mess everywhere. So hardly any pressure at all. All you're doing is just laying a piece of wood on, a piece of cloth on it, really, or tissue on it. So once we've done that, speed up a little bit, and we want to generate a little bit of heat to bring the shine in. And like I say, we're relying on the friction between the towel and the piece to cause the heat to make it shine. And the more coats you put on, the deeper the shine you'll get. But be aware, if you put coats on regular between and not leave a time to dry, the base coats will be a little bit tacky. So you could get some marks in your piece. So now I've done that, I'm just going to get a clean piece. And again, hardly any pressure at all. Just let it buff out. And as you can see, it's brought up a nice shine. There you go, nice shiny piece. Let's go overhead. As you can see, we've got a nice shine in there. Again, you could do more coats if you wanted to, but I usually find that one good coat, spend a bit of time on it, is plenty good enough. But it depends on how deep you want your shine. So there's the base. So we'll get this turned. Oh, it's heavy. So as you can see, got a nice equal shine on it. So we'll get it flipped. It's when you find out you ain't done the mortars deep enough. So just take these screws out at the end there. I held it in with a face plate. So I'm just going to take these, hopefully without snapping the screws off.
Dr. Bob's put question: are you and your personal assistant going to us for AWGB this soon? Understand that?
Robert, Dr. Question, are you and your personal assistant going to? Yeah, it may be because Dr. Bob sent me an invite to this month's AWGB, which I believe is on Tuesday or Friday. Yeah, I'm Tuesday. If I'm available Tuesday, Dr. Bob, I will pop in. I don't know if Nick will be there, but I definitely will be there. Someone asked about knocking the shine back, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm now going to read it. Give me a chance. You had a lot of people saying how good it looks.
Thank you.
Amy said, will you have to knock the shine off before you put the resin in the cracks?
What I will do, what I will do, Amy, is, excuse me, let me get back on over camera. Where we've got a crack here, obviously when we turn this out, we're going to get the crack on the other side. So what I'll do is I'll tape up the inside, and then I'll put a bead of hot melt glue around the outside of there. So when we pour it, try and get it fairly level, but when we pour it, we'll be able to fill the crack, so it should soak through and hold on the inside. But then when we should, if I take the shine off before I put the hot melt glue on, the hot melt glue won't peel off very easily, so that'll give ideal to peel off. But what I'll do is I'll just refinish the outer edge if it needs it, once we've taken the glue off and cleaned the resin off. So that should be okay. But it's gonna need refinishing anyway, because obviously we're going to be messing around with it.
Kim Dickerson's on.
Hi Kim, how are you? I need to sharpen my chisel up. So, can you just sing, Nick, while I'm chopping my chisel, just to keep me entertained?
Sorry?
Can you sing just to keep me entertained while I'm doing my chisel?
Yeah, right. Amy said, awesome, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to sharpen my gouge up. I'm going to use the 1/2 inch bowl gouge to take hog most of this out. And then we'll see, bit of super glue there. We'll see how wet it is. If it's really wet, then I'll turn it down to about 3/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch thick, and we'll let it dry out before we carry on anything else on it. Now I'm fairly confident that this isn't going to do no harm, so I'm going to wear safety glasses for this bit. It's nice and tight in the chuck. I will double check the chuck. Nice and tight. And I will keep stopping it and checking it, but I think we'll be fine. So move that down a little bit, move that closer. Move your camera so you can see. There you go.
John's put, Nikki, you can give us a list of the stuff Steve needs to do in the house whilst he sharpens his gouge. We haven't got long enough, mate. Believe you me.
It don't take that long to sharpen the gouge.
I give up.
I mean, you give up. I like this.
If you're happy to live like we do, then that's
We,
fine.
Nicola, anybody think we lived in a dump, mate?
Well, we don't live in a dump because I keep it clean, but you don't keep it maintained.
Yeah, because there's doors hanging off. You know, I mean, there's damp coming through the walls.
Yep.
Right.
Where's this going, Joe? Joe's got a question.
Go on then.
Do you have a heater in the workshop?
Yep.
He's got everything, Joe. Internet, heating. The only thing he hadn't done is got his bed out here, which I'm trying. He has a bed, just not a mattress. Don't you, mate?
Sorry?
Have a bed, just not a mattress.
Yeah.
John's put domestic.
Never a domestic, John. I just don't rise to it.
Or I'll give him a list or ask him to do something, John, and he'll go, yep, yeah, I will, Get home, has he done it? Nope. Oh, well, I couldn't do it because
I was asleep. Oh, nice string, look.
Mark's put fight. Yeah, Joe, mattress is easily sorted, you're right.
Don't need a mattress, I've got a pile full of shavings down here. I'm going to take a bit off of that. I think my belt's slipping on the lathe.
Good job, ain't your trousers.
That's better.
Hodgepodge put he can sleep on the lathe bed. Terry's put, they're not sticking up for you, mate. Terry put hammock works well. Joe said Glyn is the same. Colin put it's a man thing. Yeah, it definitely is.
When you see some of the houses that I've seen, our house is like Buckingham Palace to compare to some of them.
Baz put, poor woman, Steve, you get stuff over the counter to help now. John put, Steve has more important things to do, Nikki. Yeah. John put, Nikki, I think you and my wife would get on very well. You could swap stories. Ben said, confiscate the Sorby, Nikki. Stephen Crowell said, put the shavings in the plastic bag. Done. Burn down the workshop. Oh, Joe. Do you know what keeps him out of the house when I'm home? So that's not such a good thing.
Joe should rather be in the workshop than in the house.
He said, after my live, I think I'm going to come in and chill. I went, do you have to? Mark said he's keeping out of it because I scare him.
Try living with it, Mark.
Tommy done, that's our house to a T. There's not one room in our house that is completely finished.
Finished? What do you mean finished?
There's no such word as a finished room in our house. Oh, the boot room. That's probably the only room where we store our coats and shoes that is finished.
Right, what's going on here?
I'm going to do Steve a list, Scott, and hopefully some of the jobs will get done.
Right, my lathe keeps slowing down for some reason.
Same me, I didn't do anything to it.
I need to quickly check the belt.
I didn't jinx it or anything, you know.
I can hear it slowing down. Don't know if the belt's slipping. What the hell's that?
It's not on my phone, sorry.
Belt's tight. Belt's good. No teeth missing on it, so. Man, don't say it's playing up.
First the computers and now you're live.
I know. Got workshop gremlins, I think.
You know what it is? It's because you don't do no jobs in the house. Karma. Yeah, Doctor, well, that sounds good. Wives of Woodturners, write a book.
Right, I need to move the rest a little bit. Just going to do a couple more passes on this and I'm going to check. Actually feels quite dry, to be honest.
Tommy's asked if you've got it on the wrong pulling.
On the wrong what?
Pulling.
No, it's on the right pulley. I can hear it struggling for some reason.
No, Fenrica, he's not having a new lathe at all. Don said his belt snapped this morning.
Oh no.
Paul Smith's come on. He said, sorry I'm late, guys. Just got in. Good afternoon.
Hi Paul, hope you're well.
Mark said you're taking big cuts, mate. It's a big chunk of timber.
Yeah, but I never had that problem before.
Well, Scott's been busy this morning.
Sorry?
Scott's been busy this morning. put floorboards down yesterday and new shelves in airing cupboard. Built 2 flat pack chest of drawers this morning and loose seat to replace this afternoon.
The only trouble when you do a Lucy, you got to try it first.
Baz said use a carbide on it, Steve.
No. Carbide? Took me 2 years to learn how to use. Oh, look, camera's covered. Took me 2 years to learn how to use a bowl gouge. I'm going to use a carbide.
I love that. It's covered the camera.
Hey?
I love that how it's covered the camera.
What are you laughing at?
The camera being covered with the. Baz said, haha. Ben said, loves the shavings. Pete from Twisted Tree says, Vic Mark is the answer to that problem, Steve.
Yeah.
Dale said, hashtag traditional carbide.
Alright, let's have a look at this. How deep are we? We are. Oh, we've still got plenty of meat in the bottom. That is absolutely bone dry, that is. So I'm going to go for it.
Is the lathe running all right now?
Don't know. It's just when you do a decent cut on that, it just seems to be struggling a little bit for some reason. So I never had the problem before. Oops.
You are not having a new lathe.
Never say never, love.
You are not having a new lathe until the jobs are done in the house.
Let's have a look at this. What we got
Don't
here?
change subject. Again, your hand looks pink.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, well,
on that camera.
I'll
Why
change
is it doing that?
because I had to reinstall all the cameras, didn't I? So obviously the colour settings that we had before are not.
Yeah, but everything else looks all right around it.
That's my inner demons coming out.
You said that. The
That's
devil in you.
it's a bit low, that is. So let's have a bash for this. See how we get on with this. Oh, look at them beautiful strings.
Oh, it got really cold. Darren's put next week all the jobs in the house are finished, lol. Joe, we haven't got a clue what the wood is. He doesn't know.
And nor do the
So,
chat.
and no one in the chat, they give lots of suggestions, but yeah, you're covering the camera again, I think.
Oh, sorry. Oh, look at it all. Look at it all. Man, what's going on?
John put, oh, well, that's the motor going, Steve. You must need a new lathe.
Oh, it's
No.
under warranty, isn't it? So hopefully not.
Ben put, Nikki, in fairness, a new lathe would help with the jobs in the house. It would be a good investment. No, it wouldn't, because they're not living jobs that need doing. Fenrica said incentive to get them jobs done then. Pod put the lathe is sick. Steve's getting infected. Nikki needs a new lathe. No, I told him to keep his mask on. I was giving him corona.
I'll take it back. Get my 50p back from a bottle.
Robert put, no, Nikki, it's too much magenta.
Oh, that's nice. That's so smooth off the tool. That's lovely.
Good bedding, wasn't it? Oh, Joe. Wayne would turn us on. Hello, Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne. You must have got all these gravel done. Oh, look, camera's covered. You didn't tell me camera's covered again.
That's not on my screen yet.
Oh, oh man. I ain't going no thinner than that. I like that. That's a nice finish. I like that. Right, let's change this tool post again. Where did I put the other one? It's in there somewhere. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to just finish this edge off now.
They've asked Wayne if he knows what the wood is.
Wayne the Wood Jedi. Oh, sugar. That wasn't a very good move. Put them crisps away.
Oh, it's not. It's the leaks.
Right, so it's got rid of all the
Twisting.
shrapnel off the edge there. So I just need to clean this out a little tiny bit. Actually, I should have left the other one in, shouldn't I? With the scraper.
Wayne says he needs to see it up close.
Wayne, not in public, sir. We had this discussion the other night. Hang on, mate. Right, this is the piece that's in the lathe now. Let me just move that back round. And this is a piece with the bark on.
Still alive, gone quiet.
Yeah, I'm just having a drink. I just digging myself out the shavings.
Put that alcohol down.
Oh, I need it. It's killing me.
You what is?
It's killing me. The pressure's killing me. So these white bits confuse me, Wayne.
Has he said anything yet?
He's consulting his wizardry diary. Yeah,
He
the
said
bark's.
cherry.
Yes, a lot of people have said cherry, but that's a big ass cherry tree. Look at it. Would a cherry tree grow that big? That's a big ass cherry tree.
Cool.
I don't know if that, I've never seen a cherry tree that big, but I'm not, I'm not criticising. I'm just saying.
Don't
I'm just
criticise a
happy.
pro.
I'm definitely not. I would never criticise Wayne. Never. But it's it's a nice piece of wood. It turns absolutely beautiful. Really, really nice.
Mark still thinks there's beech that hasn't sprouted yet.
Don't know.
Tommy Den says white rot, Steve.
White rock. That's hard. It's not soft. It's hard. Right, let's get this bad boy cleaned up on the inside. I'm going to use a scraper in the bottom.
Wayne's put cherry trees grow very big.
Oh, right, okay.
And Midnight Joker said that was my first thought, Mark. Robert Dolman said I've seen bigger, Steve.
All right, don't brag.
And Doug from Polbarn says yes, they do, Wayne. I have many on my property.
Right, let's clean this up. Using a negative rate scraper just to clean the inside of this up. Got to put a light on so I can see. That's better. I can see what I'm not doing now. Let's try that. Do, do, do. Right, Wayne's just changed his mind.
Holly.
Hello, Holly. How are you? Are you
Right.
Willowboobies? What?
Sorry, I was reading something else, so I need to just go back over the chat. If it gets very old age, then yes, I have a cherry at over 18 inches, 100 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Wayne said wrong bark for beech. Pete said if it's cherry, the bark should peel in layers.
Ooh, what's
Tommy
that?
says doesn't have to be soft, Steve. Doug said that wood doesn't look like cherry. Doug Miller says I still believe it to be holly, possibly crabapple. Tommy says the bark looks like plum. Amy said she's still going with willow.
Oh, I love that we've confused people. Oh, that's so nice. That
Wayne
is really.
said no, wait, it's holly.
That's nice. That's so smooth. So smooth.
Ben says what does it smell like? Wayne said holly tends to be white grey.
Smells like wood. It's got no.
Ian from IDR's asking the dates of Maker Central.
Let's see if we can.
2nd
Mark,
and
is Mark's
3rd
in
of
the chat?
May.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Mark's put there. Mark, put the link up for, if you can, please put the link up for Maker Central, mate. Right,
oh
I'm going to
Wayne,
sand
he's in
this.
the chat
Oh
as
Wayne,
well.
yeah, Wayne's in the chat now as well, isn't he? Yeah. Or Scott, one or two.
Just right. So Wayne said, "Sorry, I said no way. It's Holly. No way, it's Holly. Sorry."
Oh no way, it's Holly.
Fenrica said, "Still looks like birch." Pete says, "Dilemma. Got a real pretty butterfly in the workshop. Normally I would guide it outside, but it's bloody hot. Oh, that's horrid out there."
Yeah, keep it in there overnight.
Midnight Joker said, "Definitely not birch from the bark."
It's nice. I like it. It's nice.
Ben said, "What does it taste like?"
Hang on, I'll just try a bit.
Kim said, "It's definitely holly."
It's nice. Whatever it is, it finishes really well.
We say smooth, but my wife says it's so soft.
Extraction helps. I will say one thing, it does finish really nice, really smooth and silky.
Stop breathing heavy.
You didn't mind when I was on the phone to you the other day. That's because my mic's so close to my face. How's that? Is that better? Or I'll just stop breathing for you.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Oops. Always the middle struggle, isn't it? This is why Wayne's got drilly.
Got a question from Brian. Says, "Do you prefer the hand sander to an electric sander?"
To be honest, I've never really used an electric sander much. The reason being, I don't actually own an electric drill in the workshop. The only electric drill I own is an SDS drill on the van. So all my other drills are all cordless. And I don't know. Well, I suppose the cordless is quick enough, but to be honest, I use this. It's just as easy, isn't it? So that's why I use this. I do use an orbital sander sometimes, an air orbital sander, especially if I'm doing resin, or if there's awkward shapes that I can't really use this on. But like I say, that's the main reason I don't use it, or don't use electric sanders, because I don't own one. Right, 120.
Rob CP's on.
Hi Rob, how you doing, sir?
Tommy said it's not running fast enough for the middle.
No, I know, but I don't want to. It's because the middle's a neutral area. This sort of struggles a little bit. That'll be alright.
Fenrica said, "Is the extraction on, Steve?"
Yes, it is. Who said that?
Fenrica.
Yes, the extraction is on, as you can see us going down the hole. So there you go, 240. And we'll get some gritty on it. We'll blow the dust out of it. That crack actually is not all the height, is a little bit there. But nice, I like it. I like. So we're going to sand and seal it now. And get it sealed up.
Rob said, nice piece of holly I see.
Yeah,
Having a bit of a discussion about the COVID.
COVID.
Wayne said at Steve it's struggling because there's hardly any speed at the middle.
Yeah, that's the trouble in it with them inertia sanders. So just put a nice coat on the edge. Like I say, I've got a feeling them cracks are gonna open up a little bit, which I'm not bothered to be honest, because I'll fill them full of resin and just refinish it.
Midnight Joker said the biggest holly trunk he's ever seen is about 14 inches in diameter.
Oh, okay.
Colin said, think you need to raise your extractor hood, Steve. A lot of dust wasn't getting sucked in.
I'm thinking about changing it, Colin, to be honest.
Tommy's asked what you're doing with the crack. He's sorry because he was cooking dinner. Yeah, nice. See, some people cook dinner, you don't. No, change subject. Go on.
I'm going to the crack. I'm going to fill with some resin. It's actually, you can see the crack in it, but where I put all the super glue in earlier, it's actually sealed the hole up, sealed the crack up, so it's actually smooth. So I suppose really what I ought to do is carry that on. But I think it's going to open up a little bit more anyway, because like I said, it feels dry, but I would guarantee it's not bone dry. So if it opens up a little bit, then that'll give me a bit more scope to get resin in it. So let's get some Yorkshire grit on it.
JP Woodworks on said, arrange your extractor, Steve. That's what she said.
Hi JP, how you doing, mate? So again, gonna give a generous coat of Yorkshire grit over it.
Oh, look, Wayne's put on there. He's just finished cooking dinner.
Wayne always cooks. It's because he don't trust Jane's cooking. That's what he told me anyway.
Sorry?
Wayne always cooks because he don't trust Jane's cooking. That's what he told me anyway.
Keith from Circular Wood said, looking at the colour and the way it cuts, I'm going to throw spindle into the mix. I've turned some several moons ago.
Spindle? Is that a wood, is it? Right. So nice slow speed to start with. Tissue's all moving. So like I said before, the more you work this in, the finer finish you'll get. So don't be in a hurry to get it in and get it on and off. You need to let it do its magic. We're keeping you up.
Oh, it's just going to sneeze. Wayne put that, Steve, that's what I told her. Ben put most wood turners seem to be good cooks. It's weird. Mine ain't.
I am a good. No, look, there's a choice between wanting to cook and can't cook. I can cook, I just don't want to cook.
You're alright on the barbecue, and you're very good at cooking steak.
Well, what else is there
That's it.
other than what else is there other than
That's
barbecue and
it.
steak?
That's it. You really are not very good at cooking
I'll have
anything
you know, I
else.
do a wicked cheese on toast. I do a wicked omelette.
JP said you got your Apple Watch on upside down.
No, the camera's back to front, mate. That's what it is.
Mhm.
I wear it on the girl's hand. I wear it on a girl's hand. Always have done. Right, so I think we're about there. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit. Just work the last of the abrasive paste in.
Right, Terry Bray said it could even be older. It finishes like that. Kiefer said spindle can grow up to 100 years and get to 9 metres high. Nice wood to use.
Yeah. So, clean
Yeah,
piece.
Robert, Steve can't cook, won't cook. I asked him for meal suggestions for the week, and Steve's was uncut loaf, beans, and egg on it.
Oh man, that's not. That's perfect.
Well, you can cook it.
Oh, fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
Don't.
about your limit.
I'm
And
not
oh, you
warming.
did.
I'm not warming the beans up though.
I've got to have hot beans on toast. You did make bacon baguettes yesterday morning, didn't you? So you managed to cook some part baked rolls and some bacon.
I didn't cook them. I just put them in the oven.
Mhm.
Like I said, it's not can't cook. It's not wanting to cook. If you couldn't cook and I was in the same boat as Wayne, then I'd do it. But you cook, or you can cook, should I say? Especially the nice Victoria sponge you cooked me yesterday. Oh man!
What? Sorry.
Especially the nice Victoria sponge you cooked me yesterday.
See, I like cooking though, don't I?
What are you moaning about
I
then?
do enjoy it. JP put he'll have to add you to the walkie-talkie feature, Steve, so I can screen Jamie's page at any time I want. Lol.
Yeah.
Tommy's asked if older goes orange.
Older does it not?
Colin said he does all the cooking. He makes an awesome prawn stir fry and great Sunday dinners.
See when we had the
JP,
car.
cheesy beans on toast. Yeah, I
Oh
like that,
yeah, man.
JP.
See when we used to go in the caravan, I used to do all the cooking.
Yeah, only because it was outside. Mark said he makes killer scrambled eggs.
And I'm not going to say it.
Ooh, curry beans on toast. No,
Mm.
no,
Who's
no,
put that
no.
suggestion?
Keith.
Oh no, definitely not curry. Yeah. Right. So Yorkshire grits in.
Well, because my husband tried us to take away last night, I was a bit fed up because I was going to cook tea. So I thought, oh, with my time, I'll make a sponge. But Steve wanted Victoria sponge and the girls wanted chocolate sponge. So I made 2 cakes. So that was, they are very good though, if I do say so myself.
See, JP's got the right idea. Look,
Yeah, you are good at ordering takeaway, aren't you?
I don't order
No, you
it.
can't order takeaway either, can you?
I just pay for it.
You pay for it and pick it up, don't you, mate?
Right. Friction polish. Ooh.
Friction. If I've met it much longer, I'm going to need a blanket. That is getting colder here.
Well, you are sat there in your underwear.
Twat. Tell people that. Oh, I need a blankie.
I did offer you the heater.
Hmm?
It's not cold in here. The actual temperature in here is 18 degrees.
Yeah, it's cold. I think we'll light a fire. Joe's put Glyn's the same. Dale's put hashtag finish the ceiling, JP. Terry said he does all the cooking because his wife's retired. Because he's retired and his wife's a nurse and she works hard. Yeah, she does. All
All
nurses are
nurses.
amazing.
Yeah, they are, definitely.
Joe put I order, he pays. Yeah, that's what I do, Joe.
Cool. No wonder you two get on so well.
We had takeaway last night, Steve. Did you take the money out of my wallet? Yeah, how else to pay for it? Midnight Joke said the bark looks like some older images too, Terry.
So we're still not 100% what the wood is then.
No. Wayne Bigfoot Wayne Bigfoot said I can cook most things. Love cooking. I just can't make tea or coffee.
I remember that.
Ben's told me to do star jumps.
Got careful, there's any wooden floor in there.
JP put pick it up. I make them deliver it. Just eat up, Steve.
Trouble is where we are, JP. We're out in the middle of nowhere, so not everybody delivers to us.
And sometimes it's quicker just to go get it. Joe put Christmas present blanket.
Right. I think we're nearly there.
Hashtag blankie for Nikki.
Right.
Right, Doug Miller's off. He said he'll watch the rest later.
Thanks, Doug, for coming over. Have a good day, mate. There we go. Nice and shiny. Give yourself a shiny. Look at the mess. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's good. You won't be in for a little while then.
Thanks. I could leave it till tomorrow.
You're not.
Well, there we go, guys. Where's the camera? There it is. So we're still no closer to knowing what wood it is. Cool, that's a bit rough in the bottom there. I might refinish that. I'll put the friction polish a bit thick in the bottom there. You can see it's a bit, if you can see it. See it, that's a bit ripply.
Paul Smith said, well done, Steve. It looks great.
Thank you. So kept a little bit of the bark on the back, which I always like to see a little bit of natural feature in it. So no, it's nice. Finished nice.
Rob said, great work, Steve. Really nice, Steve, said Ben. Bass said,
Thank
looks
you.
great, Steve.
Thank you very much. Thank you. But nice, turned out nice, really nice. I like that. We'll see if it cracks open. We'll see if this bit here cracks open any. I'll leave it a couple of days in the workshop and see what happens to it. But I haven't gone too thin. It's around about, I suppose, just over a ½ inch thick. And I've left it quite equal all the way through. So yeah, it's turned out nice. I like the colour. I like the grain. I like these natural little bits. I think my milk might run out of there for my cereal in the morning, but we'll be all right. I'm not. If that don't crack, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to leave it because where I filled it with super glue in there, it's all actually smooth. You can't feel it. So
Peter said it looks really good. Looks great, Steve.
Thank you very much.
What it is.
Thanks, guys. Right, let's move camera. So as you can see, I've got a small pile of shavings to clear up now. All over here, it's everywhere, man. It's going to take me a week to clear up. But anyway, we got there. It's there. It's very nice. I do really like that. And we've still confused people to what wood it is, which is even better. Nice. Nice. Thanks everybody for coming over. Thanks everybody for staying with us.
Wait a minute. Wayne Bigfoot said, use Yorkshire grit microfine
in the bottom
over the friction polish, Steve. It will get rid of the roughness from the friction polish.
What it is where I've put the friction polish in too thick. That's all it is. That'll soon
it's a nice mystery wood, said Mole Rally. Yes, Dale, you can put your link in there for your
of course,
live, mate.
Did we get Mark up to 400 subs? That's the question. Let me just quickly check.
JP said I missed the live. Make a lid for it.
No, we didn't. Have we got him up to 400 subs?
Did you hear me?
Make a lid up for it.
Because he missed the beginning of the live. Do you want your phone?
I'm checking now on YouTube. No, we didn't. That's a shame. Sorry, Mark. We tried. let's have a look. What we got in here? Nobody. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming over. Look, I've got bits hanging everywhere. It's been really great. Good fun as always. Another great live. I really do enjoy these lives. It's always great to have a bit of banter and a bit of interaction with you guys. I don't know whether I'm going to, but I'm just going to put it out there if people are interested. As you may or may not know, I did last Friday evening as a test, and I really enjoyed doing that time of day because it's a different group of people. So I may or I may not do another one next Friday. But keep an eye out for the link. We'll see what comes up. The only trouble is there might be a little bit of controversy over it, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for coming over. Thanks for spending the time with us. Thanks to my earworm, my lovely wife, for the entertainment of her chewing down the microphone and sneezing and all that, and the banter. So let's just keep lives at. Keep lives.
Lies keep you out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
And out of the house.
Yeah, always at the house. Right, so I'm going to kill it. So thank you guys for coming over. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Thanks for coming over and spending the hour and whatever it is, hour and a half with us, or just over. Hope you're enjoying what you've seen. If you have, then please smash the like and share and push the channel out there. The channel's grown, and thank you so much to you guys for the support that you've given me over the last few years. It's very much appreciated, and I'm very humble. So what else can I say? So be a lunchtime live Thursday, hopefully this week. Hopefully we won't have no more technical problems like we had last week. So hopefully we will be live on Thursday at 1 o'clock, and keep an eye out for the Friday night as well. So anyway, guys, take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now. Have a great day.
Bye.
That's all, folks.